Welcome to Super Happy Dragon Lucky. The show will begin momentarily.
But why, some say, the moon? Why choose this as our goal? And they may well ask, why climb the highest mountain? Why, 35 years ago, fly the Atlantic? We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other thing. Not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best of our energies and skills. Because that challenge is one that we're willing to accept, one we are unwilling to postpone, and one we intend to win. We choose to go to the moon.
Hello, welcome to Super Happy Dragon Lucky, the Dragonchain Updates show. This is episode 11DC 0xfc. It is the 253rd episode. A reminder, nothing on the show is financial advice, and stay tuned after the updates for the weekly AMA. So first updates this week, Dragonchain, the Super Happy Dragon Lucky, this show, last week's distribution of governance lot created 802 lot NFTs. There were 2 questions for 200 lot each. The host received 200 lot and Dragonchain received 202 lot. Now we go to Den.Social updates. The June layer creation process, LCP proposal phase, is now open. Go to the LCP layer to make a proposal. Make sure it's not a duplicate if you can. All proposals should be entered by next Monday, June 10, and the commitment phase will start next Tuesday, June 11th at 1000 Eastern, 1400 UTC. And you'll be able to commit lore, so be ready for that. And on DinDAO updates, see the post in the DinDAO layer. Let's see here. I do believe that we have it here, that you can make comments, and see there we have one start a discussion thread about moving off the ETH and onto another network with lower transaction fees. There are a lot of options now, right? And a lot of welcome options possible. So we should get in there and discuss that. And if you guys want, we can, we might see I am for I am, I do assume, on the round table today. So maybe we should set up a call to go over this and consider it, see what resources would be needed, what it would cost, so on. And let's see here. So, and get in there and discuss that. And if we want to make a call, let's make a call. Next, we'll go to World Blockchain Roundtable updates. In case you missed it, last week's episode was when and what should not use blockchain or be decentralized. Make sure you go watch and share. The more views it gets the first week, the more lot all the participants will get. And episode 158. Let's see here. Yeah, I think this is we swapped them around. So I think this is 158. But either way, the next episode today is what happens to blockchains when CBDCs become the medium of exchange. So make sure that you get in there and leave some questions if you haven't already, or vote on the questions that are there. There are a number already, and yeah, we did swap the episodes because I have a head cold and I wasn't going to be on the one, and so we decided to move it out, or I asked if we could, and everybody was okay with that. So I won't be on today, but there will be, I do believe we have a special guest that is supposed to be on there related to the CBDC subject. So get on, make sure you watch that, and even ask questions and comments and whatever else. Now we go to a DRAKARIA update. There is what I spoke about last week, and someone guessed it. So congrats and I got some matter, lore, and lot tipped to this person. Pretty much called it out that very minor white paper update was published last night. It is version 3.1 draft related to the seasons and the lengths. That it, there was essentially a minimum of 10 days. That it, how do I say this? The season could end obviously before 10 days because there are no limits per day on how many eggs could be spawned. So all of them could be spawned on the 7th day or the 2nd day or whatever, and the season would effectively end because there are no more eggs to be spawned. So anyway, it's a very simple thing, and there was hardly any change necessary to the white paper. Mostly it's going to be a change to the code on the calculation of the next season start date and time. So anyway, get in there and check that out. There are contests ongoing. The gateway keys are here. 2 have already been given away on contests on X. So pay attention. There is another contest currently running with 2 separate giveaways. That 2 people separately. I guess I do suppose one person could win both, but the gateway keys will be given away to 2 gateway keys will be given away for 2 different contests that are both running, and you can see that down here. 2 gateway keys, 2 contests, double chances to win. Essentially, one of them is a like and retweet, and the other is a what do I want to say? A trivia question related to the white paper, which is kind of the gist of it all. Now I'm going to go over to the AMA questions. That's all the updates. And while I refresh this, make sure that you go and like and share the show today. So here's the AMA. We get 3 questions. Again, sorry if I sound weird, I have a head cold, but I'm okay generally. I just have a sore throat. Auxons. We are in a peculiar moment with respect to security. Large companies and countries are receiving cyber attacks on their platforms, and user data is being sold on the deep web. In Europe, we are practically going to attack per day. Why not create a video advertisement on how Dragonchain could help companies in a clear and concise way? I mean, we put that out. I mean, it's more complicated than just saying that because there's a lot of noise out there, right? We have done that in the past with the I can't remember what the commercial was called, but open source money. We ran ads then. We ran ads in Forbes then, and we got some attention from it, but it's still a little bit abstract to a lot of normal people, and it's almost impossible to market to some of those audiences until, and it's getting closer, of course, until such time as the institutional attack is over. That if you have the government coming after you, and not just Dragonchain, but the industry itself, a lot of people that should be interested in the technology are not necessarily asking about it because they they have stuff going on in the press that makes it look scary or bad, or and it doesn't help the number go up crowd and all of the maximalists that aren't talking about what it can do. They're talking about they essentially have relegated Bitcoin to a better way to invest in stocks. I mean, it's all it is. It's as if penny stocks became worth a tremendous amount of money. And that's a magical thing that Bitcoin did. But, that crowd is essentially, it's all about the number, and that's all it's about. That Bitcoin's utility is number go up, and it doesn't always work, right? But that's Bitcoin's utility, and it sucks. It's stupid. And that's the reason that, we have trouble making headway, getting word in edgewise into any discussion about it. And there were some things too recently. If you watch on Twitter, I retweeted it, but essentially talking about the fact that there was a Andreessen Horowitz dude up on stage and being interviewed by it's all banking world stuff. It's all VCs and bankers up there talking about crypto. And he at least for his part said that in the current environment, they've spent millions of dollars on legal, and in the I don't know which direction they spent it, but that essentially, if in the U.S. you build anything with utility, they're going to come after you, and therefore, everyone builds meme coins or things with specifically zero utility. And isn't that an odd state? You'd have to wonder what would have caused that. It's not protection of investors for sure that would have caused that. It's someone being paid off in the cigar field back rooms in DC and Chicago and Northern California. That's how that happened. So anyway, great question. I'm going to go ahead and make sure I have enough. Yeah, I do have enough energy. Spent a bunch of energy yesterday evening. Okay, I am. Roger Ver recently talked about the Xano blockchain because it supports privacy tokens. Den question, assuming there was money to pay the devs and if the DAO voted to move Matter, Lore, and Lot tokens to another platform, how would you feel if these tokens were moved to a blockchain that supported privacy tokens? My concern is that privacy tokens could hurt general adoption to Den because buying, selling privacy tokens can be difficult. Thinking out loud, maybe a better option is to not use a privacy token, but on a platform that has low transaction fees and a mixer that would support Den's tokens. It would probably be on the list of things. I don't know. I mean, of course, it's not me. It's all of us. But I would imagine that I would at least for my own part say that it is probably most important to find something that is relatively scalable, that is relatively low cost compared especially to Ethereum, and something that is as stable as possible. And what the order of priority is, I don't know. But you don't want to send stuff to a blockchain that is going down every other day. You don't want to send some to leverage a blockchain that doesn't have enough security behind it, enough either network effect, staking, proof of work, whatever it might be. And adoption, like you want to make sure, is there an infrastructure there? And something that needs to be considered that's a little bit hard to measure in this environment is of the infrastructure that is there. When one could say, how decentralized is it? You could say, how manipulated is it? That might be the same question or the same answer to do two different questions. I don't know, but some of them out there have. At least ostensibly, they have a really great infrastructure. There are multiple exchanges, there are multiple dexes, there are multiple types of applications to support a token, various token economies. Are they real or are they generated by VCs? And you look at what a lot of the venture capitalists have done, especially if you've walked through it from the inside. It's in 2017 era, for example. Well, I'll say before that, 2010, 2011, 2012, if you talk to a VC, they would either have no idea what you were talking about or they would laugh at you, right? By 2017, I was getting questions if we spoke to VCs, early days Dragonchain. Don't I think that this technology is evil? And it kind of blew my mind, but it was being laughed at, to being hated, or some fear mixed in there, to obviously being attacked because of that fear a year later. And it's largely from the venture capitalists, the bankers, and whoever the hell those other people are with the puppet strings, right? So anyway, so I would definitely support it. We'd have to figure out the resources, how to pay for it. Ideally as one-to-one as possible, not have to worry about any major changes to anything other than inside the system pointing to a different blockchain, for instance. But so it's very doable. A lot of it's and since they're all, and here's a little bit of an interesting thing for you. They're all cookie cutters of each other. So although there are definitely some things that, Ethereum did not try to lower the fees in their latest major change. The VCs, again, got them to burn to burn Ether while you are paying a miner to do something. So there's a fee plus a burn. Not a good thing. So maybe those that didn't copy that would be good. But otherwise, the good thing for this is that we can have a near to duplicate of all of the smart contracts. The bad thing about it is it really scalable wherever we go, or would it just, by the time it needs to scale to whatever, if there is enough adoption, is it going to be same price or have the same issues that Ethereum does? So anyway, something to be talked about. Next, Oxforce deleted. All right, that's all the questions. And I need to vote on IAM for IAMs. And then we will close out. Let me see here. What else do I have on the list? Okay, make sure you go and get some Dragonchain merch at dragonchain.store. Plenty of stuff to be had. Den hats, Dragonchain hats. We didn't used to be able to do that, but they finally found a way on the site to be able to do it. And let's see here. If you are able, please contribute to Dragonchain's legal fund at legalfund@dragonchain.com. Crypto or fiat, credit card, Alipay, Google Pay, Apple Pay, Monero, Bitcoin, Litecoin, XRP, anything you can, Ethereum, Dragons, whatever you can. The lawyers will accept it, and that's how it all works. And make sure you watch us next week. Super happy Dragon Lucky. Take it off. And make sure you watch the roundtable today, World Blockchain Roundtable at 1100 Eastern, 1500 UTC. It's in about 41 minutes. And follow Dragonchain Real Denizens and Jojo Row on Twitter, LinkedIn, and Den.Social. Thanks. Bye.
Because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best.
Adaptable, all capital, label radical yet rational. Adaptable approach is palpable if this animal is fallible. But that conclusion is laughable, so with for all detachable from the mandible, you see it now.